with a level 2 example. So first, when you do this, you're going to start over here with our two-step word problem, of course. Since there's no words, we're just going to work through our computation. So we have 500 minus 248. Let's go ahead and start with our ones place value. We ask ourselves, well, what's 0 minus 8? Because 0 is smaller than 8, if we had 0 cupcakes, we can't give our friend 8. We're going to go ahead and go borrow from our neighbor. So Mr. 0 goes over to Mr. 0 and says, hey, Mr. 0, can I borrow 10? He's going to say, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have any to give away. But wait, let me go ask my neighbor. So Mr. 0 goes over to his friend, Mr. 5, and says, hey, Mr. 5, can I borrow 10? He's going to say, sure. And the 5 turns into a 4 because he's letting us borrow one of his. And the 0 who asked for 10 turns into a 10. Let's go back to the beginning of our story. Well, what's 0 minus 8? Still can't do it because 0 is still smaller than 8. Let's go back and borrow from our neighbor. So Mr. 0 goes back over to Mr. 10 and says, Mr. 10, now can I borrow 10? He's going to say, sure. And he now turns into a 9 because we borrowed one of his. And the 0 turns into a 10. Let's go ahead and subtract. What's 10 minus 8? Well, I know that it's 2. What's 9 minus 4? I know that it's 5. And what's 4 minus 2? I know that it's 2. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this answer, and we're going to carry it on up to the top. And we're going to line it up, because good mathematicians always line it up. So I've got 252. Let's go ahead and add these numbers. 2 plus 4, starting with my ones column, is 6. I'm lining it up in my ones column. Now I'm going to go to my tens column. I know that 5 plus 9 is equal to 14. I'm going to put the 4 down here. I'm going to regroup the 1 to the top. What's 3 plus 2? I know it's 5 plus 1 more is 6. I know my final answer today will be 646. Since this wasn't really a word problem, just the steps that we were going to use to make that word problem, I know my number is just my answer is just numbers with no units. 646 would be my answer.